Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be talking about Little Nightmares 3, more specifically the strange connections that the carnival has to the moor that me and many others have noticed. But before I get into that, and don't worry, this won't take long, I just want to say thank you for clicking on this video, as this is a very small channel and any support at all is something I really appreciate. And if you enjoy this video, I'm planning to make more Little Nightmares content in the future, and I have made another video talking about the carnival level if you want to check out that video, with this and that video being kind of precursors to a video where I rewrite Little Nightmares 3 to center around the carnival, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, now that I've finished the intro, the first piece of evidence I will bring to the jury's attention is the abundance of gnomes that are found in the carnival. Now of course the only place we know have seen gnomes be created in is the moor. However, we have seen gnomes in the nest and the wilderness. But if we look at the evidence, we can see that we never see gnomes being created in either of these areas, even though they do exist there. And we know that the nest has heavy connections to the moor, with the hanging man, aka someone who literally works on the moor, owning the house along with the teacher, another character with strange connections to the moor, with her appearing in a painting in the ladies' quarters. And while the pretender and the butler do have powers, we don't ever see them used to create gnomes. And in the wilderness's case, while there's no direct connections to the moor, the carnival level begins in a room with bags full of stuffing, a bear trap, and in the room across we even see the head of one of the hunter's victims. Another piece of evidence is the lady statues scattered all across the level. These statues are the exact same statues that were seen in the moor, where if you broke them, all you got some really shitty mask. Now these obviously show a connection. Heck, one of these statues even appears in the Lonely Ones book in the backstage, which of course takes place in the carnival. Speaking of the Lonely Ones book, and spoilers ahead, there's a scene where the performer puts on act where his and a freezer room with meat hooks, where the performer mimes bringing up a member of the herd, who Ruse calls his guest, and kills them, chops them up before hanging them on the meat hooks. Don't you see what this is? He's miming one of the twin chefs killing one of the guests. We even see one of the chef's aprons in the beginning of the level and a statue of the lady herself. And if you need any more evidence, the locations themselves are even extremely similar, with both of them being ship-like contraptions. They both kidnap children, and the people who use their services are both giant fat people. There's no way they're not trying to show a comparison between them. There's just too many strange similarities and connections for them all to be coincidences. So what does this mean? Well, if we look at the evidence we have laid out here, we can definitely tell that these two locations are connected. But how? Well, I think it's possible that the lady owns the carnival. After all, we know she's rich due to the fact she can operate such a massive vessel as the moor. And if we compare the kins' living quarters to the ladies', you can see that the kins' living area is a lot less impressive than the ladies'. And you'd think there wouldn't be as much of a difference of class if he owned the carnival fully. Come to think of it, what really makes the kin so important? Why is he the focus of the carnival chapter? What separates him from other characters in the carnival like the performer? Heck, the performer even seems more powerful than him. Well, I actually have a potential theory to explain why the kin is so important, and it has to do with his name, the kin. His name has always been the strangest aspect of him, because it just doesn't fit him at all. He's a puppeteer who operates inside a carnival. Shouldn't he be called something like the puppeteer or the ringmaster? Like, I know Little Nightmares characters don't always have names that make sense, looking at you janitor, but still the name is just so weird and out of place. But let's look at the name, the kin. What does it mean? Well, it usually refers to one's family or relations, but how does this relate to the kin? Okay, listen, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I am about to claim that the kin is the son of the lady. Listen, I know this sounds crazy, but just hear me out. It would explain what makes him so important, for the chapter to be focused on him specifically. We know that the residents can have children, whether biological children or not, because of very Little Nightmares, with the pretender being the daughter of the hanging man and the teacher. Another thing is that if we look at the twin chef's description, it says they were born to be chefs, which could suggest that they were born there and were taught to cook there as well. Heck, we might even see their childhood pictures in the moor, these two being the ones I'm talking about, who me and many others have theorized to be pictures of the twins as kids. And you might be wondering why I'm bringing this up. Well, if we examine these paintings, we see that they appear to be wearing yellow raincoats. Why is this important? Well, there's a third picture I've not mentioned yet, being this one. And do you notice something? The fact that the individual in this painting has no eyes. These paintings are way too similar. The yellow raincoat, them using the same type of frame, and I think I know why. They're showing the ladies, biological or not, children, the twin chefs and the kin. And if you're gonna say that it can't be him because he looks different, such as him having different colored hair, remember the face that we see on the kin isn't his real face, it's one of the doctor's masks, which also reinforces the family connections as they all wear masks. The kin and twin chefs wear masks made by the doctor, and the lady wears her porcelain mask. And that is my theory about the kin's origins and the carnival's connections to the Moor. Thank you for watching.